guys, welcome to our video, and today we're going to teach you how to stabilize your camera on this newly bought stabilizer. You know, it's not really easy to make use of this stabilizer, and if your camera is not well balanced in this stabilizer, it will be dangling and you won't have a nice shot. So how do you go about it? Firstly, there are things you need to know about the stabilizer. There are things that is fixed up here that you need to know first. And what are those things? Firstly, we'll have this is the base. We have this base that comes with this stabilizer. So what is it for? Is for the camera. This is where the camera sits, so that it will be easy for you to attach it to the stabilizer. Now another thing is the stabilizer comes with different size of weights. So the use of this weight determines or depends on the kind of camera, the size of camera you'll be using. So it varies depending on the camera you'll be using to make your motion videos or motion pictures. Okay, still on the stabilizer. If you look closely, we have like 3 knobs here that aid you to stabilize your camera. This one here, okay, as time goes on, we'll get to know more about this. This one is to tighten the base to the Steadicam or the stabilizer so that it will be firm. Now this one here is to adjust the camera front or back, sideways. Yeah, you use this one to adjust your camera sideways, and this one here too, you use it to pull your camera and adjust it front or back. So this is just the handle. I think that is all you need to know about this. So what are the steps we need to take in order to stabilize our camera in this stabilizer? I want to balance this camera Canon 550D on the stabilizer. So what are the necessary things I need to do so that to avoid So what are the necessary things I need to do on this camera to avoid unnecessary dangling of your picture when you're set to shoot? So the first thing I think that will help you to balance perfectly, you remove this rope, take it off so that it won't cause unnecessary dangling of the camera or the slider on the Steadicam. So I remove it now. Okay, so these are the stripes now. You take it off. So this is the camera. Then there's another thing that can actually add unnecessary weight when you're trying to balance. Another thing is the lens cover. You take off the lens cover. It will aid you, because if you don't remove it after balancing and you take it off, it will slide it a little bit. So this is it for the camera now. Okay, when I go back to the stabilizer, like I said earlier, I prefer this weight, this smaller one, for the camera because of the size of the camera I'm using. So what do? You just put it in. The same here. Okay, so this is it for the weight. So back to the camera. This is the base that is meant to be attached at the camera. So that's what we'll do right now. Okay. Okay. Make sure you tighten it and it is firm on the camera so that it won't loosen up when you are filming. Okay, it's okay now. So to the camera, you want to attach it the stabilizer. Okay. Okay, there's for this one there's a little knob here, so just pull it out a little bit and it will enable the base to slide into the stabilizer. Gradually do it. Okay. Then this one, when you must have slide the camera into the stabilizer, this knob here, you lose it, you loosen it, you use this one here. This one is front and back. You see? So when you lose here, so you use this one to pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. Then when you must have done pulling it back, you tighten it, tie it down, tie it. Make sure it's spraying. Now this one is for the camera to move sideways and this way. So this one here, hold it off, take it to the right, take the camera this way. Then when you do it this way, push the camera this way. Then another thing is here. So pause here for you loosen here, pull it up, select the length which you want to put. And when you're done, when you're done selecting the frame you want, you tighten it. Make sure it is tightened. But another thing is here. Here, if you want to tilt up, you want to tilt up or tilt down. You tilt up, you tilt down. This, so you loosen it, you lose it, you can tighten it too. So when you lose it, probably you select how you want it to be. Then when you're done selecting it, you tighten it. Make sure you tighten it very well and make it strong. So I think that is all. Just the handle. And probably if you, this is another knob here. If you want to change the movement of this, if you want to take it up, if you want to take it up, you take it. If you want to take it down, you take it down. Position it where you want it to be. I think I myself, I prefer it around here. Then when you select, make sure you tight firmly, then it stays. And when you must have fixed the camera into the stabilizer, as you can see, look at what the movement is. So what do we do? First of all, we'll counterbalance the weight here to be the same with here, so that it will stabilize more. So how do we add the weight? We're not going to still waste our time trying to add this to this in order to make it stabilize. There's another way which you can add weight. So something like this. So you've seen how long it is. By bringing it down, this is a weight on its own. So by bringing it down, it's going to be a weight that will help you to counterbalance instead of making use of this, and this will make it more heavier to you. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Let's see what the result is. Okay, as you can see, it's a little bit coming into shape, but not really what we want. So firstly, before we really look into this, we're going to first of all, I'll make sure that the camera is well fixed. And what do I mean by that? Make sure, as you can see, it's going downwards. So try to make it the camera balance first before we now talk about this and balance and counterbalance the weight here and here. So I think we'll do more of the practical about it. So what do we do since the camera is moving on? Just this your knob that always make it to be tight. Just loosen it, then push it back. Use your left knob, screw it. As you screw it, it's adjusting back. As you're adjusting it, you tighten it and check what you've got. Okay, as you can see, it's still pushing forward. So what we have to do, still need to do more of the work by taking it a little bit back. So you're losing it again, and okay, move it back little by little. Okay, let's see what the result is. Oh, it's still like that. So what we do, we go again. Okay. Okay. From the look of things, it's somehow balanced, but not really balanced. It's still falling forward, still going forward. So what do we do? Just little adjustment. Wow. Okay, it's somehow balanced now. Okay, but not really balanced. Okay. Still adjusting it. Okay. Wow, I think this is a little bit more of what we want, but now let's, having done with this, trying to straighten the camera and make it balance here. Now let's check, let's counterbalance the weight normally so that it won't. Let's check the dropping. This one is called the dropping technique. Going this way will not actually give you what you want. So the next step we're going to look into now is the dropping timing. Let's just time the dropping, and it's called dropping technique. So that is my own technique of trying to balance the camera. I first of all deal with the balancing of the camera, make sure that it's standing straight and at least just straight. So the next thing we need to talk about now is the dropping technique. We need to settle this issue of dropping technique. What do I mean? If you watch this, it's dropping much fast. So how do I reduce the weights here so as to balance it with this one here, so that it won't drop fast? Remember, I'm not going to add this weight. I can still adjust it without adding the weight. So like I said earlier, this is weight on its own. So if you watch, the reason why it's dropping so quickly is because the weight here is more than this one here. So what do we do? I choose to reduce the weights. Reduce the weights. When you reduce, you tighten it. After reducing the weight here, you drop again. As you can see, it's really dropping fast. Okay, let's just say 1, 2, just between 1.5 seconds, and you're trying to balance it at least to be 3 seconds. So what do? We'll keep on reducing the weight. We reduce. Let's check this now. Let's drop it and see. It's still somehow fast. 1, 2, about 2 seconds. But actually, I prefer it to be around between 2 to 3 or 3 seconds, so that it will make it to balance normally. So what do we do again? We'll reduce. Okay, we'll reduce again, little. Okay, let's try it and see what happens here. 1, 2. That is a little bit closer to what we want. 1, 2. No, it's now too slow to my liking. So what do? I keep on adjusting. Let's just take it up a little bit. We just need it to be between 2 to 3 seconds. Okay, let's just drop it. 1, 2, 3. I pray let it be what we want. And okay, let's just check it again and confirm. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I think we are, let me not say we are there, but it's more preferable. So let's still check if our balancing is still the same. Whoa, it's not going to be the same again, because we've done a lot of adjustment here and reduces the weight that initially counterbalance the weight. So it has really affected the balancing. So what do we do again? We'll go back to what we did initially. Now it's falling forward, just dropping forward. So what do? We just still use our knob again and push it a little bit back so that it balances. So let's go. Okay, let's check it. Okay, it's still pointing down. So what we do again, we push it more back, so we'll get what we want. Okay, if you watch now, the weight has changed direction. It's now falling sideways. So remember what we said earlier. Okay, the weight is still falling like this. So we'll have a knob here like we described earlier. I think we've gotten these now. Yes. Okay, let's just take it again. And 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is what we've been looking for. I make sure that the drop in should be at least within the space of 2 to 3 seconds in order to have perfect balancing on the Steadicam. So back to the whole thing, you check your camera and see if it is balanced. From the way it is balanced, but to me it's moving slightly to the right again. So what do? I still use my knob to push it towards the left side, just little. Okay, it's still not yet well balanced. It's pointing front and little bit right. So push it a little bit again. You take your time and monitor it. Push it little. Then over here it's pointing front. Just push it back. Yeah, push it back a little and check what the result looks like. Wow, I think it's perfectly stabilized. I think that is what we're looking for. And one of the ways to know if your stabilizer has been accurately or 19% stabilized is after stabilizing it, you can freely move it, move it front and back, and as you can see, it's not really dangling. It's not really dangling. And another thing is this: when you're just making a move on your video shoot, and you make some move and it dangles a little bit, don't really bother about that, because there's what we call pinching technique. So how do we do that? As you're moving, just use your 2 fingers, keep it here. As you're moving, you're just tapping it. You make your move. You make your move as you tap it. Tap it, you move it, so that it maintains what you're doing. I think with this, we can really go with this. It was a little bit difficult when I got it, but I think this kind of easy way to balance your camera on this stabilizer. Okay, on the next video we'll show you how to make some steps with the stabilizer, and how the videos looks like. Stay tuned. Always subscribe to our channel for more of the videos that will be coming your way. A lot of them will be coming. So stay tuned as you see us next time. Thank you.